What's up, fam? What's up, y'all? um, we got a 4-game slate. Yesterday was 11 games. It was rough. I'm not a fucking fan of 11-game slates. It's a lot of options. It's just a lot of shit going on. Before we get into this video, man, like I say, you know you got to have Twitter. I got a diverse audience. I keep telling you guys that. If you don't have nothing, even for my people on the sports books, man, look, you need to have Twitter, and you need to follow at Fantasy Labs NBA, so you can and turn the notifications on, and they're gonna lay out all the injuries, starting lineups, and everything, right there on the platter for you. It's gonna come right to your phone. Um, if you're not used, if you're not see the difference between people playing the books, a lot of people playing the books, sports books, and DFS players. DFS players, especially who've been playing for a long time, they got a knack for these injuries. We got a knack. We know who can be in and out. You know what I'm saying? And we deal with a lot of player performances as DFS players. So there's an edge. There's an edge to knowing, to having that gut feeling about who's going to be in and out. So it's really important to have Twitter and be following in Fantasy Labs NBA. If you're not used to it, then gradually over time you'll get used to it, and you'll have a feeling like, even though he's questionable early today, or a game time decision, I still think he can play. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe if you like this video. We got 4 games today. I just want to jump right into it and just breeze through. I just want to get you guys on the right track moving into tonight's slate. We got an early game. I probably won't touch on that. It'll be nice if I can bounce back and do a prop bet video, because that's what I like to do. Prop bet, player props. I think it fits right into my bag. Being a primarily DFS player, transitioning over to the sports books, I think it just fits right in my bag. You know what I'm saying? So, here we go. We got Indiana and Atlanta on for the first game. It's slated to start a half hour later than normal. Indiana is on a back-to-back, so keep that in mind. But they got a fairly young core. Trae Young, you'll get it for under 10K on Draftkings. On Fanduel, you'll get it for 10-2. They just got their ass beat up last game. I actually thought they was going to win that game. So silly me. It is what it is. I lost on that on the books. Tough times. Trae Young, the usage is there for him. The pace of this game probably won't go the way Atlanta would like to go. It's a pace up spot for Indiana, pace down spot for Atlanta. He's in play. He's Trae. If they can keep this game close, then you can see anywhere for so he only played 3 minutes last game in the blowout. If you can get 30, 35, 36 minutes out of him, then he can return value just off points and assists alone. I don't know if I'll be able to get to him on the slate, but he's definitely in play, especially for tournaments. Clint Capella, his price is going down. He's $7,600 on DraftKings. You'll get him for how much on FanDuel? $7,500. This is it's a fake decent time for you to buy low on him. I don't know how low his price could get. It just really depends on his output. The last 2 games he played 21 minutes, so that's something to keep in mind. I'd imagine he won't play 21 minutes today down there with Miles Turner and Sabonis. So if he happens to stick around, stay out of foul trouble, a double is in play, a few blocks, you know what I'm saying. At 7,600, he doesn't have to hit 40. 7,500. He doesn't have to hit 40 to give you 5 times value. Interesting play right there. John Collins, he'll be faced with a tough task. He'll have to see some Sabonis. You'll get John Collins for 7,300 on DraftKings. On Fanduel, you'll get him for 7,800. So if you're thinking about playing John Collins, you play both sites. 7,300 looks good if you like him. And then you got guys like Kevin Huerter, Dylan O'Gallagher coming off the bench. Cam Reddish is out there soaking up minutes. He needs to step his game back up. That's about it. It's going to be, I ain't going to say it's going to be a struggle. We got injury news. Over here, it's just the same usual suspects, so I didn't really have to touch on the injury situation over here. But, if we're going to find value on the slate, we're going to have to wait. Like I say, we're having Twitter. The slate doesn't really start until an hour or two before lock is when the news really start rolling in. So I tend to really don't be fucking fumbling with all my lineups and shit all day. And keep in mind, when I do these videos, from my perspective, I'm a one lineup type of guy. I know most of the people out there, they do multiple lineups. So on the Indiana side of things, Sabonis is priced under 10K. He's right at 9K. On FanDuel, you get him for 600 more at 9,600. So that's something to look at. He's always in play with the upside that he possesses. He can give you a double-double or 20-20, But this matchup right here is going to be interesting. Like I say, it's a pace-up spot for Indiana. So that's something to take into consideration. The usage is always going to be there for Sabonis. He's like the main guy here. He gets there, in a number of categories, like each and every category he can provide something, and then he flirts with a triple-double here and there. So he's definitely in play. Malcolm Brogdon, he's priced at 7,500. It's a pretty decent price tag, and I like his matchup. It's like I said, it's a pace-up spot, so it's a good spot where he could probably deliver some assists, extra assists, and things like that. He's 7,200 on FanDuel. He hits value, almost all the time at this price. So, he could be a great pivot off guys like Trey, Curry, Irvin, and things like that, On the Indiana side, though, Miles Turner, he's somebody who I don't get to and I won't get to. He's priced nicely on DraftKings at 5,800. On FanDuel, he's priced at 6,600. So you'll get him for 800 more. I just, I can't get to nobody else outside of them. Miles Turner is an iffy one for me. But, at 5,800, going up against this pace-up team, he will have to see some Capella. We would like for his minutes to be up in the 30-minute range. He probably would be up in the 30-minute range today too, with these bigs that he'll be facing. So at 5,800, if I was playing multiple lineups, it's a possibility I might look at him, especially on DraftKings, where you can roster more than one center. Justin Holiday is probably and Jeremy Lamb is probably the only other two guys I'd probably consider. The minutes is going to be there for Justin Holiday. It's just a matter of what the fuck he's going to do with him. His usage is, if he could get 12 shots a game like he just got last game, okay, I'm down with it. Every very seldom he takes, double-digit shots, and this is the type of game he probably could end up taking double-digit shot attempts. So that's something to really think about. You get him at 5,500. Jeremy Lamb, on the other hand, he's been very, up and down, where you can't trust him to check cash, but I just don't know. He's 5,100 on DraftKings. On FanDuel, you get Lamb for about maybe around the same, 5,700, but, would I be able to get to him? I just don't know. I just don't know. Moving on over to Houston and New York. Injury situations over here. Christian Wood, he's been out. Victor Oladipo, He's ruled out already. So we know that John Wall has a Q tag. I'm expecting him to play. He's probable. Uh, Mitchell Robinson, man, was balling last game. He didn't play 20 minutes. He got hurt. He had a double in 20 minutes against that horrible Washington front court. He someone we're gonna have to someone we're gonna have to keep an eye on. If he doesn't go, then you could look at guys like who. Nerlens Noel probably draw the start. You never know. They could probably start Randall. They could probably. Oh, they have Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson played a few minutes. He played 12 minutes, had 10 fancy points. He's around a stone minimum. That's one of Tibbs' guys. So then you got PJ Tucker. He's sporting a Q tag along with Harper and Ntilikina. And then that's it for the injuries. Julius Randle, I love the price tag on Julius Randle at $8,700, and on Fanduel he's priced at $8,600. Beautiful price tag for Julius Randle and what he can do. I had him on my team yesterday, and I don't have a problem going back to him at that price in this matchup. I really don't care. I really don't care. I like me some Julius Randle. RJ Barrett, the thing with RJ Barrett, he's very, very scoring dependent. His shot attempts has been down the last few games. Keep in mind, Rose is there, so he's hindering some of these guys' production. And it is what it is. He's somebody who played out, but before these 3 games, before Rose got there, he playing all them damn minutes, 35, 32, all that shit through the season. You know what I'm saying? He's been mediocre, like meh. You know what I'm saying? But he hasn't turned that. They want him to be great, and he's just not. He's just not. He's not being great. Anyway, Alec Burks, I probably won't be able to get to him. He'll be a tournament option if I do. He can pop off. Alfred Payton is the ultimate tournament option. Derrick Rose, like I say, he's been playing. It looks like he's got, as of right now, he's got probably a hard 20 minutes cap. But he's been productive. That's the most thing. Tibbs knows. He went over there and gets his guys. He knows what he's doing. He knows his guy. Come have 14 in both games, both back-to-back games. These guys really do need scoring. They don't have shooting though. They don't have shooting. So Rose is not that big time shooter either, but he's given the minutes and the green light and opportunity, he can return. So like I said, 20 minutes he's hitting value, at his price tag. So there you have that. And then you got the guys like Reggie Bullock. I already touched on Nerlens Noel, and those are probably the only guys that probably be in play. On the Houston side, Houston is getting banged up. So John Wall, 7,200, and he's 7,100 on FanDuel. I don't mind to play. 7,500, I don't mind to play. Those New York Knicks, they're playing a little bit better defense this year. Shout out to them. John Wall, he at this price at 7,200, he's hitting values just about all the time. So that's something you probably don't have to worry about. An aggressive John Wall, you'll probably see this John Wall right here, like that 23 attempt John Wall right here. He will take a few threes. He will take and make a few threes. We like to see his assist totals go up. He hasn't had 10. I ain't seen him had a double-double. I like to see double-double Wall. That's game-banging Wall. You know what I'm saying? I like to see a double-double. So, that would be awesome if we could see that from him. He's priced at a decent price. The minutes has been ramped up. He played 36 minutes against that Miami squad. No Oladipo means more usage for him. I think he's a good play, and some pivots off of some of these higher point guards that we got out here today. DeMarcus Cousins, he had a bounce back game at 6,500 on FanDuel. He might be still 6K. I don't know, but that's Boogie. Boogie can pop off. You know what I'm saying? He just gotta. His usage need to be, a little bit. He needs a little bit more usage, and he could probably get that usage. He's a decent option over here on FanDuel where you can only play one center. You know, I'd imagine he'd probably be high on. So keep that in mind. But yeah, if we can get 30 minutes out of him and some more uses, I'd love to see. I mean, come on, Boogie. He needs to have 10, 15 shot attempts. He has a high basketball IQ. He knows what to do. He's a good rebounder. He can give you assists. Somebody consider. Eric Gordon, he's going to get his shots. It's interesting to see what they're going to do with the starting lineup because the starting lineup is going to tell a lot. It's going to tell a lot, but we know guys like Eric Gordon, he can play 30, 35, 36 minutes, and he's going to take his shots, you know what I'm saying? With Oladipo, he's going to take 14, 15 shots. Without him, he might go upwards of 20. So at 5,800 on DraftKings and on FanDuel, you'll get Gordon for 5,600 in a spot that we're gonna need. We're gonna need points. We're gonna need some raw points. He will provide raw points for you as well. So there you have that. Jason Tate, somebody who I've been riding with on player props and stuff like that. He's been doing well. I can put a smile on my face because of that. You'll get him at 4,700 on DraftKings on FanDuel. He's at the power forward slot. He's at 4,600. He's just the young boy is coming. He does what needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 out of his last 8 games he scored double figures. He's only taken double-digit shot attempts once in those last 8 games. Not that good of a 3-point. He doesn't have that good of a 3-point shot. It hasn't came around like that yet. So, in the last few games, depending on what his 3-point prop is, you might be able to go against that. But I don't know. I probably won't even fuck with it. But anyway, at 4,700, he's been hitting and taking and making value. In this spot with no Oladipo and possibly no Tucker, he can have a little bit more usage, and I would love that for him. He's definitely in play at 4,700 on DraftKings, but when you come over here to FanDuel and then you look and see him at 5,600, then you start to wonder. Excuse me. I didn't touch on quickly. Somebody can come in and put up real points quickly. So keep that in mind. But, you got guys like Daniel House Jr., Sterling Brown. We need to keep an eye out on, keep our ears to the ground on PJ Tucker news. I don't know if he's questionable. So, like I say, PJ Tucker comes in. He soaks up a lot of minutes. Low usage player, but he knows how to play the game, especially defensively. Daniel House and Sterling Brown, these guys could be in play for value. Sterling Brown, given the minutes in the situation at 3,700 on DraftKings, he could be an option. But New York has been playing some good defense. Daniel House, he's somebody who can handle all the minutes that you throw at him. We already know that from playing with guys like James Harden. Moving over to the game that everybody wants to see, Brooklyn Nets against the Golden State Warriors. I don't have to work tonight, so I'll definitely be able to see them. So that'll be a treat for me. Anyway, injuries on this team is like we have a new injury. We got DeAndre Jordan, and he will not be playing. He's already ruled out, so we don't have to worry about that. James Wiseman, he's been out, and Looney and the usual suspects, and the rest of these guys have been out. starting off at the guard situation with for Houston. You got James. Well, I can couple these guys up. You got James Harden, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. It's pick your poison time. You can price match them. Like, man, I want to take the cheaper guy, or whatnot. I want to take two of the cheaper guys, and Kyrie Irving and Durant at 96 and 92, and just fade James Harden. It's a lot of ways you can go with this guy with this slate and these three guys right here. If I had to pick one of these guys, it would probably be Durant. So that's my thoughts right there. But any one of these guys can pop off. Kyrie, you'll get him at 9,800 on DraftKings. James Harden, you'll get him at 10-3 on Fanduel, and on Fanduel you'll get Kevin Durant for 10K. Now, Joe Harris, it just can't get there. I won't be able to get there. I'm not getting there. DeAndre Jordan. Where the fuck is DeAndre? Okay, he's out. So, he's out for personal reasons. You got new guys. They got a couple new additions over here. So, you got guys like Norvell Pell, and then you got Noah Vonleh. We have to see what they're going to be rolling out. Because you still got Jeff Green over here. He's priced at $5,500. So this is going to be an interesting thing to see what's going on. Because the situation over at the Warriors is similar. They don't even have a center. They're running guys out like Toscano Anderson, you know what I'm saying? And Draymond Green's running the center. So it's going to be some assists. It's going to be a wild-ass game right here. It's going to be weird. It's going to be wild. So, But anyway, depending on the starting lineup news and whatnot, we just have to see. Because, listen, if they run out somebody like Norvell Pell at the center or Noah Vonleh at the center, Norvell Pell, pretty okay defensive guy, but you throw him out there, it's going to be rebounds and shit that be had, whatnot. Then you have Noah Vonleh. He can put up fantasy points. We know this. We've seen him put up fantasy points in the future. We know that's what he can do. So, but we haven't seen him, he's been with the team for a few games. We just don't know what to expect. Because you can see somebody like Jeff Green get the bulk of the minutes, and just be a viable option. Because he's already been getting the minutes, and then like running around chasing Draymond Green ass around all day. So something like that could happen, and that's how that can go. On the Golden State side of things, you got Curry, Dre, Oubre, Wiggins, Toscano Anderson, who's been getting those minutes, and those are the usual suspects right there. So Curry's in play any day, every day, any day. We know that. The problem, the fact of the matter, you got Draymond Green. Draymond Green and Curry are doing their thing. They doing what they do. Now, we need to focus in, zoom in on guys like Andrew Wiggins, Oubre Jr., and, like Toscano Anderson, you know what I'm saying? And even Eric Pascal, because he's probably going to come in and get minutes as well. So those are your usual suspects right there. Andrew Wiggins and Oubre, they're going to get the minutes. Barring any foul trouble, I don't mind either one of these guys. Probably Oubre if I had to pick one of the two, but, you'll get Andrew Wiggins for $6,800 and Oubre probably priced about $6,300 on FanDuel. Let's see. $6,600. So if you decide to go there, I don't mind like taking the under on these guys, stacking this game any type of way, stacking the Golden State side of the things. We got one sample size of how Brooklyn can play, versus in that last game when they when the Pacers didn't show up for us the way we wanted them to. So, but this is a different team on a different night. We probably see the same old Brooklyn team defensively, and if that is the case, this totals and everything could get blew out the water here. Last game on the slate, Miami and Utah. Not that much of appealing, but there's some pretty decent price points here. You know what I'm saying? So injury situation, you have to watch out for Mike Conley's injury situation. Goran Dragic is out, and Gabe Vincent, Niang, and a bunch of other people that questionable and out. But it is what it is. Starting off with the Miami side of things, Jimmy Butler. You'll get him for $9K on Fanduel. You'll get him for $8,300 on Draftkings. I've been pointing out, the whole injury industry has been pointing out. He's been flirting with a triple-double ever since he's been back, and boom, there you go. Against Houston, he hit that triple-double. He's somebody who's been, who understands what he's having to do to win games. Us as fantasy players, he doesn't, he starts out really slow. We'll cuss his ass out. I get on Twitter and start cussing his ass out, and then he finally gets there. At 8,300 on FanDuel, on DraftKings, and 9K on FanDuel. But the matchup, these Utah guys have been playing. You can make a case for them to be playing over expectations, but they've been balling, man. Defensively, offensively, they've been clicking. Now, Bam Adebayo, I don't know. I just can't I ain't been getting there all year. So I think I've been getting by. I think I've been doing good, just staying up off of him. He's flashed upside a few times, but, I've been off of him. On FanDuel, you get him at 9K. If you want to go there, he's in play for tournaments all the time. If you want to go there, it is what it is. Tyler Hero with the late scratch last game. He was cleared. He will be able for Saturday's game. 6K on FanDuel. You get him for $5,800. He's definitely in play. I'll tell you that much right now. He's definitely in play. A cheaper price. A cheaper price is, we know he possesses upside. Jimmy Butler back handling that ball and that rock and stuff like that. It can hinder him or whatever, but his usage should be fine. It should be fine. It's just the pace of this game and how the pace of this game going to go. He hits value almost all the time at that price point. So Kendrick Nunn, he's getting the bulk of the minutes at point guard. Jimmy Butler's playing a lot of point forward, so but he will come in and shoot the three. Last game he was pretty off from three, but he hit a couple of them, took 10 3-pointers. 5,900 on FanDuel. He's priced at what? I'm not getting there. I'm gonna let you know this now before I even start wasting my breath. I'm not getting there. But he's cheaper option though, man. 5,300 on the price. If you want to start, getting some of these guys in there, you can look to him for. If I was looking to play him, probably be on FanDuel, and Kelly O has been playing good ball lately, so that's something to hang your hat out. You get him at 5,200, and on DraftKings, on FanDuel, you get him at 5,100. He is in the center spot. So if you want to be slick, and don't play Gobert, don't play Capella, you want to fade Turner, you want to fade Booker, you want a cheaper option, because if you like, man, you want to spin up on, if you feel like you want to spin up on other spots like the guards, like Durant, the power forwards and, the small forwards and stuff, ain't nothing wrong with paying down the center. You just got to, pay down the center and pay up in other spots, especially on a slate like this. If you got a plan, you got a vision on which way you want to go. Duncan Robinson is just a three guy. It is what it is. He don't make the threes. He ain't giving you shit. And that's about it for me. I'd even think about over here. And for the my Utah side of things, Donovan Mitchell, he's priced nicely on DraftKings, on Fanduel as well. He's been balling. He's really been playing some good basketball. His assist totals has been up in the absence of Michael Conley. So, 8, 9, 11, 5, so he's been doing good. The attempts has been there, 20, 23, 24. So the usage has not been dropped off. He's been playing ball, man. When he's going out there taking those attempts, getting his attempts and getting putting up assist numbers, that's good, man. I'm glad he's turned that corner like that. That's awesome, man. And if you've been riding his price tag, he was at 7,600, 78, 77, 79, 81, 82, hitting value every single time. So he's been balling. Rudy Gobert, here's another one. His minutes ramped back up. The last 2 or 3 games, his minutes ramped back up. You get him at 7,100 on DraftKings, man. On FanDuel, you're going to get him at 1,500 more at 8,600. So he's been playing well this year, man, especially when he's getting his minutes. He had 50 fantasy points last game. It's a back-to-back for these guys. Keep an eye out for the injury status on Mike Conley. Like I said, I don't know if he's probable, but it's just said he will not play Friday. So these guys have been winning a lot of games, man. They streaking right now, and one. You know what I'm saying? Like 13 or 14 and 1 or 2 in the last X amount of games. Bogdan Bogdanovic, another guy turning it up. Outside of last game, it was a tough matchup for him probably, but going up against Milwaukee, they still pulled that game out. But all before that, 29, 29, 50, 27, 37. He's been balling. The minutes is there for him. It is what it is. You'll get him on FanDuel for similar price. No, a little bit more. He's 6,400. He's 500 more. Joe Ingles, somebody who can come in and handle the ball, shoot the three in the absence of. He's benefited in the absence of Conley as well. So he's 5,700 for him on DraftKings and 4,900. He's been at 4,900 on FanDuel for like the last 3 games, man. And he's been crushing it. 32, 20, 35, 36. Just somebody, you could just ride, you know what I'm saying? So he's still at price down. So you'll get him 800 cheaper on FanDuel. Clarkson stepped up to the plate last game. He had a fake decent game. He put up 40 fantasy points. You know what he's coming in to do. Take and make shots. If he gives you some peripherals, you better take him and run with it. 5,400 on DraftKings. What's his price on FanDuel? I do not know. 4,700, bro. So, those are the only guys I consider. Royce O'Neal, he soaks up a lot of minutes. He does what he's asked. I just can't. But he does what he's asked. And Derek Favors has been backing up Rudy Gobert. He's priced at 3,300. Only center eligible. People have been sleeping on him at this price tag. He hasn't hit 4K probably once. Right here, hit 4K, but his output. Look how it's been. You know what I'm saying? So if you could have got lucky on him, especially in this stretch of these 20 fantasy points, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 21, 21, 21, 29, 22. At 3,900, he was saving you some salary. And like I said, follow me on Twitter, guys. Like and subscribe, man. Almost at 1,000, trying to get to 1,000, man. So holler at your boy, man. Shout out to my people in the group and my followers. I just can't thank you guys enough. You guys have been great, man. With that being said, man, I'm out of here, man. Make sure you guys have your Twitter. Set your Twitters up. Peace.